Hey, what's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate Tour Reviews, checking out another awesome pair of Bokamal FRs. So let's pop this thing open. Just got this thing in not too long ago. Was it yesterday, I think, put in? But of course, Bokamal FR, they really love to go for heat resistant, flame resistant. If you guys have seen the previous videos on these, you guys know the drill, of course. They always give you a little sample in here if you want to test it out yourself, which we're not going to do that. We're going to test these things out directly, of course. My only complaint I've had in the past, if you guys have seen those videos, is the fit is, very loose. For some people, it might be what you're looking for. Some people, it might not be. I like to have my clothes, pants-wise, I like to have a bit better fit. I like to kind of have work pants that can also be kind of more casual pants and vice versa. I don't like to have pants that are solely one or the other. I kind of like to have a dual purpose in there. One of the biggest things I would like to, of course, look for whenever I am looking at work pants, especially with a lot of these brands loving to charge, a good amount of cash for these things, I like to look at a lot of the seams, a lot of, how things are put together. I don't want to see a lot of stringiness. I want to see a lot of, double stitches, some really nice work, to make it, of course, durable. You can't really, it's hard if you were to wear these for a couple of years and say, hey, it's durable, it's not durable. What were you doing with it? Were you working in, thorn bushes every day? Were you working in an office every day? There's some big differences there on, durability when it comes to long-term use. I will say these run slightly large, so I'm more of like a 34, 32. I usually kind of just go for the 34s, even though it's kind of a little big on me, but these I definitely go down to a 32, 32 because they definitely will run big. And of course, I'll put these on a little bit later. You guys can see how they look. Um, it's definitely not true to size. I just say they run a little on the big side, which for you might be actually a good thing. But just let you guys know. But yeah, all the standard stitches and seams in here of what I'd be expecting, very clean. I have seen some brands that are way more expensive than this, and I kind of even refuse to do a review on it because I'm just like, this does not look like quality at all to me. When I was looking at some of those pants, I'm just like, man, you can't be charging that much for that stuff. But overall, seems really clean here. I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary. This actually feels quite a bit softer. I think they're doing something new here with this. I like that gold kind of stitching on there, that gold lettering. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see here. Flame resistant clothing for protection. And of course, they've got all of the NFPA standards on there, lower and upper body coverage. Nice. Of course, what you guys have came to see is let's make some test burns. Now, when I do the tan stuff, it's kind of easy to see, what's going on when you look at that. But I'm kind of curious on the darker stuff. Will it show? But I mean, look at this. I'm holding a lighter right to this. It ain't catching. It ain't burning. Oh, there we go. A little bit there. I am feeling a little bit of heat on the backside here. But again, though, I mean, you do this with anything regular stuff, it's going to go right through. I mean, the fact that you can actually hold a direct flame to this and it just doesn't do anything, that's what you want to see right there. So that is pretty sweet. Let's see here. Anything else I see on here that'd be noteworthy? Nice back pockets here. Nice lot of stitching on here. That's awesome. Oh, one thing I like to check is these belt loops. I like to see kind of an opinion on this, guys. Not sure what you guys think of. Something in the comments though below. I've seen some brands do a much thicker the rear belt loop on there. I know Bokamal's not doing that. We do have nice double stitching on each one of these. Kind of curious how long these are going to last. I mean, I can't pull it off myself, of course, or even get it like a little bit of a rip there. Here's some of that stretchy spot right there for you. I always love those. I like it when they're like a mild to moderate stretch, not an extreme stretch. But yeah, this thing it's got some stretch if you need it, so that's nice. If you're working around and you're like leaning down, you a little extra stretch, bam, there you go. So all the usual stuff here. Well, guys, let me throw this on, and we'll see how that fit is. All right, so here is that fit. Of course, I don't like the bagginess kind of below here near the boots. There's a lot of bagginess near the calves there. Stretchiness, though, pretty good. You got plenty of space to work in these pants. Not having like anything overly tight in these at all. Of course, they go over my boots nicely. I'm pretty true to 32 at this point. And yeah, they do run a little big. You might get away with like even like a 30-30. I mean, because they have so much stretch in them too. I mean, I am not using any of the stretch really at all. So yeah, you could definitely get away with even a slightly smaller one to get a little bit more fitted of a cut there. But yeah, I mean, 32, that's comfortable. Kind of all you need, really. Maybe get them hemmed up a little bit, what I would say, if you want a little bit shorter length there. But overall, yeah, pretty decent. If you're going to be around a lot more flames, I would say definitely go with one of the darker colors because it does hide any little burn marks or singes much better than, of course, the lighter colors, as I've seen in previous videos. All right, so again, from Bokamau FR, another solid pair of pants. Again, same complaint I've had with kind of a lot of the pants that they make is that they're not a very good, fitted, tailored look to them. But again, that might be kind of what you're looking for. Again, that's kind of just my opinion. It's not really a definitive negative thing. It might be your preference, might not be your preference, of course. All the usual flame resistance. I love doing these flame tests on these. And yeah. Actually, you know what? If you guys have watched this far, let me guys give you a little treat. Let's pull out a blowtorch and try this out. Heyo. I mean, that's impressive. All right, guys. So that's pretty cool. Blowtorch to it. Whew. These have there's some heat coming out there, but I mean, they didn't really catch fire though. That's pretty awesome. Actually, quite surprised there. A lot of heat coming off that, and I mean, you would definitely walk away, but your pants are still going to be intact. That's pretty sweet. So, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and have a great day out there.